we have a problem. We have a mushkila, problem in the youth, and it's disease in the heart, wallahi. A lot of us, we say, oh, I left Jahiliyah, I left Jahiliyah, I left Jahiliyah. But really, have you left Jahiliyah? You might have put on a thobe, you might go down to the masjid once in a while, and be with the brothers whenever you're with them, because you're just jamming with them. But have you really left Jahiliyah? Because you still find brothers, they wear thobes and this, mashallah, they look nice. But then, they won't hesitate if their friends said, let's go and do something else. If their bunch of friends phone them and say, we're doing this thing this time, they'll think to themselves, why not? They might go raving even. They might go, it's a birthday, so let's go and celebrate. They might think something else, and they might do that thing, and then that's when you see all the Ralphies and the fitteds and the fresh crepes come out and everything. And subhanAllah, you find them in thobe going to buy this stuff as well sometimes. So, okay, you're buying them things. Yani, it's one thing to spend so much money on buying it, but it's another thing to buy it in order to have that second image, like a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde kind of personality, where you 1 minute you're this and next minute you're that. And even when you're wearing your thobe and you're wearing your Islamic clothing, it comes out in your voice and your actions, where you're bopping still, or in the way you joke around with the brothers is still a jahil way of joking, just making jokes about people and talking about people and saying this chick is this and that rare is that, and talking and saying wow, go on, lad. All of them ones, you know what I mean? There's things that we used to do in the past that really you haven't left behind. So what are you doing? And what am I doing? Wallahi, I find it coming out in myself sometimes. I look into my cupboard, I go looking for a thobe, I see a thobe and I'm thinking to myself, should I wear the thobe? Or should I wear this pair of jeans and this Ralph Lauren or whatever it is? But wallahi, I find myself in certain situations where I wear a thobe and then I put on a fitted. And I think it's not that much of a big thing. But when I'm wearing that fitted, I feel like a slightly different person. I start going out, I start remembering the times I used to wear fitteds and the rest of it. And I might go and say hello to my friends in a shop, and they own a shop selling clothes with like all the latest garments and that. So I go there and I look and I think to myself, it's a nice top, some nice jeans, some nice crepes. I don't have no nice crepes at home. They're all old and might be too small for me or whatever. So I start thinking about buying them things. You see, little thing like wearing a fitted can put me into that stage of wanting to go and do all of those other things. So it can start with a little spark and end up in something massive, like me just completely abandoning the thobe and wearing the jeans and everything every day. I might give myself excuses. Shaitan might give me excuses. Like you go into this place, you go into that place, you don't want to make people feel uncomfortable. But wallahi, if it just makes people feel uncomfortable and that's the reason you're taking off your thobe, like you're abandoning your deen, you're selling this life for you're selling the next life for this one. Because you're abandoning what Allah and the Prophet brought, and you're taking what the people have given you. And that's the truth of the matter. Are you a Muslim, a kafir, or what's in between them? The munafiq. Now you're either a Muslim or you're a kafir. And if you try to blend the two together, you will be a munafiq. So let's try and think about this one, akhi. And even if you try to act that and you, inside your heart, you truly, you want to go towards Islam, then do the whole lot. Because some of the ulama in the past, they have said that if you want to be a certain way, one way of achieving that is acting in that way. And if, for example, me myself, when I started practicing because I see the other brothers and I wanted to be like them. So they started wearing thobes, I started wearing thobe. I didn't really do it because, at the first days I didn't do it because I thought, oh yeah, I just want to get on deen. I just saw the brothers doing it, and I liked the way they were. So I started wearing thobe. When I started wearing thobe, I saw them carrying books. So I thought, let me do that, it's a good look. And hold a book. So I held a book. And after a while, it led me to reading the book. When I read the book, I loved it. I wanted another one. Then I started reading it for the sake of reading the books. So you see, just acting like them, it led me to, I'm not saying that acting like that is all good, but it can lead you towards the better path, inshaAllah. So if we start acting, we're wearing our thobes and we start acting like kuffar again, by putting our fitters and our polos and everything else on, then we might end up being like that again. And wearing all that stuff, sometimes you don't feel comfortable when you're around a bunch of brothers. So shaitan might put you around and put in your mind that you don't want to be with that bunch of brothers or go to the masjid because you're looking all kind of gangster-fied type of thing with all your latest gums. But wallahi, don't let shaitan fool you like that. Even if you are putting them in the clothes and you have slipped into that trend of wearing them things, go back to the masjid, sit with the brothers again, inshaAllah, and make dua that Allah will put you back on the straight path. And inshaAllah, may Allah guide us all to the straight path and not lead us astray, for He's the only one who can lead us astray.
Basically, we need to remember our purpose in life. Allah says, وَمَا خَلَقْتَ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ, that He did not create mankind and jinn except to worship Him alone. Now, He did not create us to be gangsters. He did not create us to imitate that type of lifestyle. He created us solely for His worship. Now, time comes for salah. You're with some brothers, say, Ya akhi, it's time for salah, and they're not practicing too tough. The shaitan will come with the waswas, and he will say, you know, you can go shopping, or you can go to catch a film, you can go link a girl, you can do any of this. Why do you want to go pray? He puts this into your head, why do you want to worship Allah? But wallahi, that feeling of when you put your head on the floor is better than anything you can ever have. So, Iman, this is what it comes back to, our Iman, our hearts pure. Do we have qalbun, qalbun salim, do we have pure hearts? Or do we have sick hearts? Do we have the heart that when the adhan calls we are there front row? Or do we have the heart that when the adhan comes, we're thinking, bam, bam, I got this to do, I got that to do. Dunya starts coming. Think of this, that when the adhan calls, when you are called to salah, when you're called to success, think, I'm going to need this in my grave. Because when the angels question you, nothing will help you except your deeds, living a life of Islam. Because the angels, they will not hesitate. They will not hesitate. They will start annihilating you for your disobedience. So now think about it. Do you want to have an iron hammer smack straight in your head and be going straight down through the ground? Or do you want to have your grave coming inwards and your ribs crushed? No, we do not want this. But we think it's a distant rule. We think Yawm al-Qiyamah is not coming. We think the grave is going to be all fine, hunky-dory. This is not true. The grave is where the punishment will start. So think, do you want your grave to be open with light as far as the eye can see? This is what we want. We want the ultimate success. We want Allah's pleasure. But we're not going to get it by living this fake lifestyle.